having the green space behind us, the trees, the squirrels, the birds.
Well, I love the bridge over the headwaters. I love that. It's almost like an air conditioner when you get closer to the creek, and all the trees and then the animals and the birds that you'll see. It has houses on both sides of it, but because of the big trees, you don't know that you're not up in the Columbia River Gorge.
So being able to have that close by nature space that we can just walk out in the backyard and see, it's important that it stays true to what it is and it's accessible. So we're excited to build it into a space that's usable for our family.
So this is an exciting project for Portland Parks to be starting. We're out here at Wilkes Headwaters Park to create a hybrid park, a park that combines both a natural area as well as a developed park. And so here at Wilkes Headwaters we have 20 acres. The 4 acres here at the north end of the park will be the developed portion of the park. This is the old holly orchard. The remaining 16 acres of the park, which is the old homestead and old growth forest area, as well as the hazelnut grove, will be the natural area. So as part of this project, we want to focus on water quality and habitat protection and enhancements. We want to focus on environmental education opportunities, as well as active and passive recreation in both the developed park and the natural areas.
You know, we do have a kind of heavy focus on plant communities, partially because you can literally remove them or plant them, right? There's a lot of ways that we can manage with plants. We can't as easily go and find a bird and say, live here now, right? But you can influence it with what we're doing with the plants, and this park has like a unique kind of, it's a really unique park because it has so many different habitats within it. So it has that white oak savanna, it has the wildflower meadow, it has this really mature mixed conifer and maple forest, it has the dark ravine with the creek and all the shade, and it has all these different types of ecosystems. So the fact that there's a lot of diversity of bird species makes sense, and we hope that like whatever project happens here gets to preserve that diversity as well.
One of the primary considerations that our project is going to be looking at is called ADA accessibility, or accessibility in the park. And this is the ability for people with a diverse set of mobilities to get to different areas of the park. We're going to be looking at pathways and trails in the park with a shallower slope and a more stable surface.
I'm really excited that you could join us here today and see the creek with me. The creek is one of the last free-flowing streams that flows all the way to the Columbia Slough. Because the water is so clean and cold, it's really good for animals and plants. And there's a really special animal that lives here that's called the Stumptown scud. It's a tiny crustacean. It's like the size of your pinky now.
Yeah.
Wilkes Creek, which flows to the Columbia Slough, is fed by a series of springs, water that flows underground and emerges here in the park. And so part of this project will be to protect and enhance the creek and the environment around it.
So we're fortunate to have pretty good funding for this project. We've received $4 million from the 2019 Metro Local Share Bond. We also have $4 million from the Parks System Development Charges. We hope to use all of that for this project and anticipate about a $5 to $6 million construction budget. We are interested in supporting indigenous community cultures here at this park. That may be native gathering gardens or other harvesting and tending of plants. But what we really want to do is create a park that's welcoming for all and creates a safe space that we can all recreate in together.